that's actually the title of this graduation speech I called Something Extraordinary. And before I talk about all of you graduates, I want to start out with a plant. Now here in Ohio, we have hundreds of native plant species, from flowers, trees, grasses, and shrubs, all playing an important role in nature. And when people think of plants, they picture something bright, colorful, beautiful, probably smells good. But the plant I want to talk about today are none of those things. It's a plant that's called the skunk cabbage. And it's a deep maroon color, a strange shape, and honestly, it doesn't smell very good. If you actually break it, it does smell like a skunk. So it's not quite something you would probably put in a bouquet. But most people walk right past it. Some people probably think it's ugly, and others may never notice it at all. But despite of all of that, it's actually my favorite native plant. And here's why. It does something extraordinary. It's actually one of our first plants to bloom here in the state of Ohio. Sometimes they bloom from late January to February. And you're probably thinking, listen, there's probably snow and ice on the ground, and you'd be correct. But what it can do is it can actually melt the snow and ice around it through a process called thermogenesis. Basically, it produces its own heat, able to stay around 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, even when the air temperature around it is near freezing. But think about that for a moment. When everything around it says you shouldn't be able to grow, you shouldn't survive this, it rises anyway. Not because of the conditions are perfect, not because its life suddenly became easy, but because deep inside it, there's still enough strength and warmth to keep pushing forward. Now you're probably wondering, what does a smelly, weird-looking plant have to do with graduation? Well, everything. Because every single one of you graduates have something in common with this plant. You are all extraordinary. Some of you have been told you wouldn't make it. Some of you have been looked down, doubted, and counted out. Some of you have lived through things that most people will never fully understand. And you've had to grow up a lot faster than you should have. You faced challenges that no young person should have to face. And probably some days just showing up here may have taken every ounce of energy you had. And for that, I am truly sorry. You did not deserve that. But just like the skunk cabbage, you rose. You rose when people said you couldn't. You rose when life felt heavy. You rose when it seemed impossible. And now you're here. You're graduating. You're proving that it is possible, and I hope every one of you takes that moment today and realize this is a big and wonderful accomplishment. Because there are people who have quit when life gets hard. People who stop believing in themselves. And people that never make it to this moment. But you did it, and nobody can take that away from you. So in life we have a lot of tribulations and trials, or I like to call the harsh winters of life. But just like nature, those seasons don't last forever. You made it through this chapter through your own harsh winters, and you didn't just endure it, you succeeded. But I'm not going to lie to you, there will be more harsh winters in life. There will be more setbacks, more failure, moments where you may question yourself. Sometimes you may feel all alone. And you may have times when the world may say you're not good enough, but please, please, do not listen to that. Because some of the strongest, kindest, most extraordinary people are the ones who had to fight through the hardest winters. And sometimes those difficult seasons shape us into the people capable of helping others. So your story, your struggles, may one day help somebody else survive theirs. But please, please promise me this. No matter how hard life's winters may get, when they weigh you down, when you feel like it's not worth keep going, when all hope seems lost, please do not give up. Don't let it win. Because you are worth it. There are people in this room who care about you. There are people who believe in you, people who are proud of you. And even on the days you may not feel proud of yourself, but be like the skunk cabbage and rise against the life harsh storms, because again, you are worth it. And I truly believe we can learn a lot from our friends, the skunk cabbage. But I also want to say something about this place, the Tomorrow Center. I'll admit I'm a little biased because my wife works here, but I see how much she and all of your teachers care about each and every one of you, how they celebrate your wins and worry about you when things are tough. And I've seen the emotional investments they make in each student, the extra hours, the encouragement, the patience, the moments that people never see behind, the moments people never see behind the scenes. And that tells me everything I need to know about this place. Just like the Skunk Cabbage, this school is extraordinary, and I wish more people would see that. Some people will probably misunderstand this school. They might label it without really seeing it, but I've had the privilege of being here, of meeting you, of teaching some of you, and I can tell you this place changes lives. This place gives people hope, and most importantly, you took that chance. You showed up and you put in the work. You didn't give up, and again, that's something that no one can ever take away from you. And I am privileged, no, I am honored to call this place and all of you my friends. So to the class of 26, as you leave here, remember this: the world does not need you to be perfect. It needs you to be kind, to be resilient, to keep going, to care about people, to believe that your life has value and purpose, and it does. Some of you may go to college. Some of you will probably start careers. Some of you are probably just figuring out. And that's right. There are probably adults here that still don't have life figured out as well. But what matters is you keep moving forward, you keep growing, you keep learning, you keep rising like the Skunk Cabbage. And my last quick bit of advice is be proud of yourself. Keep rising through the harsh winters of life. Stand tall even when you feel different. Every ending is a new beginning in disguise. Go out into the world and make a difference. And as my good friend Jeff Hutchman once told me, it is all right. You're going to be okay. Because just like that small and likely plant, you are capable of something extraordinary. Congratulations.